And I'm not kidding. You're going to be, at the end of this, very, very disappointed about what happened. So you're saying, well, what about this, Mark? We've already seen the Saber wallet. Well, what we've seen is the Saber wallet version 2. This one is version 3. So let's open it up. Same box, but what we have inside is a little different. And looks like we've got a tool, which is nice. Some information about it. Set that aside and let's get to the wallet itself. This is version 3. It is a complete rework from the one that we're most familiar with, being version 2. This is the black and silver version. Let's get just a little quick look at this right here. And from previous wallets on this channel, you'll see that there's similarities between this and others, but they all tend to find their own little way of providing some uniqueness and some quality differences. So we will take a quicker look. Succeeding the Saber V2 wallet, the V3 is a masterpiece successor to the V2 model. Masterpiece, well, we'll see exactly here. But if we go through the features, we have the main slot right here. This has a capacity up to 7 cards. There are 2 connection points right up here for tethers or for, I don't know, lanyards, whatever you might want to do. There's 1 exterior card slot that is right in here. This goes under, cards go here. Helps provide some protection for them. And then what you also see right here are these 4 different elastic, and they're really silicone bands right here. That kind of sounds cool. Anyway, it is the cash harness. You fold cash twice, you put it here, and honestly, if you don't like your cash to be shown, you could pop it under this plate, slide it in there as well. So you have a couple options. Now there is an AirTag holder and a cash clip option that you can buy. And like we showed in the version 2, that all attaches itself in these 3 holes on the bottom. So it does have some expandability on what it can provide. It measures 4 by 2.7 by 0.5 and it weighs 3.3 ounces or 93 grams. A lot of metal and goodness here. Brian Port is the owner of Lionwings, being located in Westerville, Ohio, where his business is located. He loves the outdoors and EDC and has applied a long career of industrial design and product development to what we see now. But he did something that really shocked me. Honestly, it ticked me off. Now the company says up to 8 cards. Really, you can put 7 in here. 1 is good on the back. I have 2, and you can see how we're getting the back plate that pops up just a little bit. So quick access card honestly is good right here. And I'm not kidding. You're going to be, at the end of this, very, very disappointed about what happened. So let's keep on going. This is designed and made in the United States. This main back plate, and let's take the cash out for a second. This main back plate here, regardless of the front plate material, is made from a 6061 aerospace grade aluminum. It's all CNC'd. This back plate coated with Cerakote is awesome. I love Cerakote, very tough coating that outperforms any other typical metal finish. And I really like how this version 3 came out. Now, if we look at how the cards are retained in here, and you can see that this has great retention. I mean, even when it's partway out, these are not going to come out for any stretch of the imagination. That we have right here, right in here, we have these 2 round rollers. And they protrude out just a bit. And that's what provides the friction when you're putting cards in, and these press down. And so as you put the cards in, it presses these down. It creates the compression on the opposite side, and that's how they get in and how they stay in place. We also can see over right here, and it's a little hard to see because it's black, so I'll bring out the little flashlight. You can see that little black roller at the top, not on the other side. That's what allows the card to slip under that as it goes in, and it clicks in place. And so right above that is where you have that, so it's not going to accidentally come out because it hits that bump right here. It's held in place then by these white rollers, and this thing is really in place. These cards are in place. They're not going to come out easily. You push them up, it expands beyond this top roller hold and these side roller holds, and then you're able to get the card and then push them back in. If you have 7 cards in here, again, the fanning is not great. There's not really a thumb push down here except for this opening, so it's hard to get to cards above it. Let's put a few more in here and let's kind of play with this just a little bit more. All right, so we can see that we have cards right here. If we try and push this up, it takes effort. And okay, it takes effort, but there's not really a fanning option except if you want to have your cards the opposite way, going in like this, and it's doable. And so as you pull your cards up like this, you have your cards more accessible because you're looking at the front this way and you can pull them out. Anyway, you have to figure out how that would work for you. The price on this is $105. Well, it was. Yeah, we'll talk about that just in a second. The cash strap across the back is nice, but it's not terribly easy to use. And you may have seen that in the card and cash insertion test. You have to work your way through each of the bands. It's not just start at the top and push it all the way down. And so getting cash in and out is a bit of a chore because you have these individual bands to have to then ferry it all the way through. I like how this card protector works. We've seen this in other wallets. Dango, for example, I think was one of the first ones that really showed that. Also provides RFID protection for the cards you put right here. And as I showed you, the main cards here do require a bit of a push to get them out from the main compartment. So if you're concerned about people seeing your cards, you can put them, you can put a blank on the outside here, or better yet, you can get a RFID card and you can put that on the top card, and that takes care of that from this side, and this insert takes care of this from the outside. So what did Brian do? He stopped producing both the Saber Wallet V2 and he stopped producing the V3. Just up and stopped making them. I don't know why. You cannot buy them on his site, and as I was contemplating this review and compiling it, they went from being sold, so indicating that they were stopped sales. Now you can't even find information anywhere on his website about this. And there are a lot of happy customer reviews. I'm crushed. The design and production on these wallets were excellent, but all good things come to an end at some point, but these wallets were just heating up, which is really unfortunate. Now onto the final score. Total bummer, I know. Quality, a 5. Price, a 2. Bit expensive for me. Features, a 4. A lot going on. Usability, a 2. It's really, you really have to work to get the cards out, and the fiddliness on these 4 straps for cash is a bit problematic. And perception, a 4, and that gives us a final score of 2.8 out of 5. If you like this video, then watch this one next, and we'll see you in the next review. Bye.